Alright, so last time we played, the group was in Iapo, was deciding on what they were going to do next. They could at the moment, they could have either headed towards the forest to collect an orb to get Finrez's necklace back, or they could have explored a cave in hopes of treasure.
I'm here for this.
I was like, did you play last time? Like another time where I wasn't here? Because last time I remember we were in the kobold cave.
You were like, wait, I'm getting to that. I'm just putting it a little
Oh, you're saying
further
last time? I thought you were saying like,
I was just putting it a
this is
little
where we
further
were
back
jumping
to
off of.
set up to why you went to the cave.
Okay.
Turn off that sound. You're killing my immersion.
And the group had decided to go to the cave. Therefore, Finrez and Retoris went back to the tower to collect Mundi.
It's me.
And then you all, as a group, headed out. There were 5 of you at the time. You then came across some bandits who were holding this tiefling hostage. And upon rescuing him, you learned that he was in a great deal of debt and had stolen a magic item from somewhere. Skull also acquired a wand off the bandit leader before they ran off screaming.
I forgot to go grab that. Anyway.
Grab one now.
A wand that I bought from the Renaissance Fair.
Turn off your sound.
Just give me a goddamn minute.
You've been given a minute and you didn't turn it off.
After saving this tiefling and begrudgingly taking him with you for the time.
And all of his money. I took all his money.
Yeah, you took all 10 gold off of him.
And split it amongst the group.
And what is your vase? What was it?
He had a bowl of some kind.
Oh, it was a bowl. Sorry.
It had wave engravings on it, like an ocean waves. And for the time being, it is currently in Thola's care, hidden within the carriage, and Skull knows where it's at.
I do.
During the night, you travel north on the pass, and during that night, you were attacked by a group of kobolds, which you easily dispatched with. However, 2 of them did manage to escape, and Skull unfortunately ripped off the tail after attempting to persuade one of them to be less hostile.
That was all that was left was the tail. So.
After the night and morning came, you all headed off into the hills, following a map that Thola had provided. You found the cave. Finrez successfully found the cave, avoiding a pit trap. And you all and by this point, the weather had changed. It was pouring down rain, and you decided to spend the night in the mouth of the cave before going deeper within. And the only notable thing that happened that night was Skull did see one of the kobolds doing something, but remaining away from the campfire. When morning came to pass, the group started to go through the caves and immediately found a bear trap. That was not the one that you had stepped in, but you did collect it. And after traveling for quite some time, at first the cave was wide enough for everyone to walk through. Retoris at the moment is staying at the mouth of the cave, watching the horse and the carriage, while everyone else headed in. At some time, the cave got narrowed at one point to where you had to start crawling through for a while, and then it widened up a bit. You eventually had to make a choice, a split in the path to either go up or down. You collectively chose as a group to go down, and eventually found yourself Skull, again, just narrowly saw 6 alternative paths. And instead of continuing forward, you checked those 6 first. The second path you went down, Finrez got himself stuck in a trap.
It was all part of the plan.
All part of the plan. But by the time you went down the 6th path, you had checked all 6 paths and decided to go down one of them, and unfortunately fell down a sliding. This path became too much of a slant, and Finrez slid down, and immediately Skull and Mundi jumped in after him.
Well, followed to try and save him. I just wandered off and stuff.
No, you both just jumped head in.
And I jumped.
I can't see, so...
You had a candle.
Not that far. You openly said it only went just a little bit ahead of me.
But you still had to walk past
Thola
and K-Doc.
I was willing to die, so... naturally I used
Are you
my
trying to
ability
kill this character?
No.
It's a real question sometimes when it comes to Adam, though.
Do you really want to play your other character instead?
No, I actually like this character.
Okay. Just figure I should ask. And after a very hesitant moment on whether someone would survive or not, so you did eventually get to the bottom and decided to have a short rest, upon which everyone who was injured during their experience so far was able to heal up. And that is where we left off.
Besides, if I did want to die, I wouldn't have used my one ability to not take any of the damage when I hit the door shield on the way down.
Figured I should question it.
Or try to convince the tiefling that I don't like to cast Featherfall on me before I found out the rope would have reached the bottom anyway.
But yes, that is where we left off. You're just finishing up your short rest now. This is where I would have gotten Retorus back into the group had he shown up, but he did not. So we'll go ahead and continue. In the room you're in, it's this big open space. There are currently 3 visible paths. The one you came from, which currently has a rope hanging from it. There's one on the left side. Pretty much in the center of the room, there seems to be this stream going across, but the mouths on both sides of the stream don't seem big enough for any of you to cross through, except maybe Fenris. And then on the other side of the stream, there is another visible path that you could try going down. Now, as your rest is coming to an end, Thola is offering to rebandage your wound, since by now it is soaked up a lot of blood and may need changing.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Jill marked us too.
Yes.
She did that.
Skull did mark everybody with a symbol of your choice using blood, was it? What did you use?
Did you use my blood?
Just reach down and start grabbing at
I
your
don't
leg.
remember what I had.
I remember you initially cleaned his wound, but I don't remember what you marked everyone with.
Let's just assume it was his blood, unless we find out later it wasn't.
Quick, we need to go back and listen to the last episode.
I've only posted the first 4 sessions.
Okay.
This is 7. It's taking a while. But yes, what happens next is up to you. But I will roll randomly to see if anything happens during your rest. Will you decide what you're going to be doing next?
We can either climb back up, that which seems kind of, at least at the moment.
Maybe if we go forward, we'll
come
find
like
a
a
way
mouth
around.
or something.
Yeah, I mean, maybe there was stairs down here, and we just took the laundry chute on accident.
At least
You
we
know?
didn't fall down the shithole. So.
True.
It's true, you have yet to find where that leads out to.
We didn't fall down the pitfall that we all used the bathroom in.
Yeah, if you fall down that pitfall now, there's a chance you'll catch a very nasty disease.
A chance?
I say chance
should be a
because you
very
could always
high
roll a 20.
chance.
You could always roll a 20.
I'll take a 20 on that. So
You can't take a 20 on it.
That's not even how feces work.
You may have rolled a 20, so you don't die immediately from the disease. You still
there could be
have-
other things down there besides just feces, like pee. There could be pee down there, and he has an open wound.
So I heard there was this hole that I could crawl in.
Well, you could go back the way you came, go down the path to the left side, try seeing if the stream goes anywhere in either direction, or take the path on the other side.
I think the stream, if we're wanting to just get out, probably the stream can either screw us or lead us to the station, because it could end up leading us to like an underground basin or something like
Let's
that.
split up, gang.
I
Especially
like
because
this
there's
plan.
only 3 of us right now. Who gets to be the person who goes off by
Well,
themselves?
you still have
All of
Thola
us.
and Kadok there.
Yeah, we all take just a different. You go to the left, you go to the right, you just...
Okay, now you guys stay here. We're all gonna split up and go on our own.
Well, they're making sure the rope stays
Jeepers, that
attached.
sounds like a great plan.
Yeah, we'll cover more ground that way. But yeah, no, what do you guys want to do?
That's right, Puss.
I say we should I would think that following the water would be the way to go.
Well, like I said, the only one who could possibly go through those paths is Thunderous because he's so short.
Nice. Put yourself further at risk by going off by yourself.
How fast is this stream moving?
It seems to be flowing very slowly.
Alright. I'll at least, get in there, peek around a little bit.
Or you want to go on the left side or the right side?
Which way's the water coming from?
It's going from the left side to the right.
I'll go to the left then.
Alright.
Wait, why?
You're gonna start crawling through water. How about a acrobatics check to see how well you can crawl your way through this small, narrow place?
Not super great.
Well, you attempt going through, but you don't really get very far. I guess your horns are kind of in the way. They're
It is most
butting
of
up
your
against
Yeah.
the rocks, and it's making it difficult to crawl
It's
through.
like a quarter of my height. Okay, it's not most of it.
At most, your feet are sticking out of the mouth of the hole. You haven't really gotten very far in, but you are now drenched in water.
Nice.
And you're gonna get.
I sniffed
Do I
water.
see anything?
Perception, the smell of the water.
You never know what might be in it. Sitting in cave water can be
Yeah, it could be
dangerous.
still water and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's,
I hope there's leeches.
You smell leeches.
No, but I can smell if there's fucking chemicals that can kill you.
Nice. Probably should have done this before. I
Yeah,
jumped
probably
in.
should have.
This is chlorine water.
Perception. Oh yeah, that's right. I don't have very good perception, do I? 16. Wait, no, that's persuasion. 18. A little bit better.
The water smells fresh, but after a few moments, it's getting a little dirty.
Is that because
As if the dirt and grime off someone is washing away and running down the stream.
I was a dirty boy.
I'm a dirty boy.
You're dirty, you have a wound,
Oh, you should not be in that water.
You said it smells clean.
No. You
There's
don't know
all
how
that bacteria and stuff. For one, we're in a cave,
We're in a
so that makes it
cave.
even worse.
It's running
Yeah.
water.
But it's really
in a
slow
cave.
running water in a cave. Just by it being in a
It's
cave by
fine.
itself. Well,
It's fine.
you'll find out.
Yeah,
You
you
don't have to
we're
add
gonna
If you
find
don't
out
want me in
really
there,
quickly.
pull my ass out. If my feet are sticking out, you could fucking yank
Dude,
me
the
out.
damage is done. There's literally pulling
Yeah.
you out will not matter now. As soon as that water touches your wound.
Yeah, it's fine then. I'm gonna be
These are only
A-okay.
$300? That's so cheap, I want one.
What?
Only 300.
Well, it's
Well, Fenrose, it doesn't seem you're making much progress trying to go this way.
Oh, fine, I'll go back the other way. I'll crawl out of the water.
it's a python.
What do you need a python for?
Companionship?
She's got,
For the hugs.
she's got a cat, she's got some fish to look at.
Can't hug the fish. Well, you
Hug
can,
the cat.
but you'll kill
Well,
it.
it's a northern
Gotta hug it just with
white-lipped
your-
python, and they're like fucking iridescent.
Bear hugs. Oh.
Where are you gonna
Out of here.
I
Where?
have a terrarium in there for it. I already have literally all the stuff.
What were you trying to do next, Fenrose?
I don't know, people
Someone's
are yelling
going
me
to
at
try
this about
something.
this water and shit.
I didn't yell at you. I just merely.
I'll go check out the other side. Jump back in.
Make
Feet
a
first?
New.
Oh, is there any salamanders? Can I look around the area for any cave salamanders?
Yeah, how about a survival check to look for some wildlife?
Hey, 18.
Ooh. No, it's only +1. 19. Shit. I'm not wise. I keep forgetting. That's like my worst stat is my charisma and my wisdom.
A few things you notice. There seems to be some cave fish.
Hey, fish.
There, you just suddenly heard the sound, a faint sound of a bat.
Squeak,
And when you look up, you can see a few hanging from the ceiling. Not many, like 3 or 4.
Anything that would have something worth harvesting for any material whatsoever.
For my gardening.
No.
Iguana.
That
Bat
bat
shit.
shit.
Oh, fuck that.
What? You could sell that.
Rubbing on
Why
my
are you gonna
wound.
carry it? Well, I was gonna
You're not seeing anything else
Oh,
at
that's
the
even
moment.
worse. Oh no, that's even worse. There's fucking bats in here.
Yeah.
And you're in what? Oh my god.
Oh man, that
doing
lake's going.
Aside from the bats and fish, you're not finding anything else at the moment.
Then I'll leave it be.
Well, also the splashing of him probably in the water probably
Well,
scared
no, like
anything
guano
away.
alone is extremely toxic to people.
No, I know
The fact
that.
that it's in the water, that we have water, bacteria, and guano, that is like a recipe for something bad to happen.
Yeah, no, I was talking more so about the
Tiefling, not a
animal.
person.
Hell will the purifying flames of
You
hell
have
keep the disease
fire
away.
resistance, not poison resistance.
Man, you're a crappy tiefling, shoot.
Tieflings have poison resistance.
They don't anymore?
Wow.
Oh, they can't even book.
Unless there's a special
Did
one in
they?
this book. But
There might be in
didn't
this
get a
book
chance
since
to
they
read
have different
much.
stats depending on your progenitor.
That's true.
But anyway, you were going to attempt to crawl through the other side. Make a new acrobatic to see if you can squeeze yourself this way.
Oh, that one was way better. What do I have? 18.
Alright. You are able to just start crawling your way downstream, as it were, and you're going a ways. And you all saw him go off, and he's out of sight now. You can hear the splashing off in the distance as he's crawling through a cave
Do
by
I see
himself.
anything?
No,
Not my problem.
not at the moment. Your dark vision is letting you see rocks and water as you're crawling.
How far away am I? How far did I go?
You're making quite a ways.
No,
Probably traveled
it adds
100 feet
it
by
adds
now and
spells,
haven't
though.
found anything of interest.
Well, then I'm gonna go back. I don't want to get too far away from the group.
You're gonna have to make a new acrobatics to crawl backwards because there's no way to turn around.
They don't add resistance, it changes ability scores and it adds like natural spells that they can have and stuff. But
16.
Okay. Check was a little harder, but it'll take longer for you to crawl backwards, but you will eventually be able to get your way back out.
These damn horns.
So,
If I wasn't so damn tall.
Monday, you're not sure how much time has passed, but Thunderous went down the hole. It's taking a while, but you do eventually hear him making his way back. Unless you were wanting to do something in that time.
I can't really see well enough to be able to do anything safely, so
Unless you light a torch or a lantern of some kind, or have a light spell.
I mean I have a lantern, I don't have a light spell on it. Well, I might, but I really don't want to look through the other spells that I can have right now to find out. I'll light a lantern, so.
You gonna fall asleep on us, Jill?
No.
You won't if you cover yourself up like that.
It's cold.
Maybe cold, but if you lay like that, you will fall asleep.
I won't. I don't fall asleep from people like that. I wish I could.
It's true. She's the only one who stayed awake that one night,
Yeah, I was
remember?
gonna say that first night we went drinking, you fuckers all passed out. I just sat and watched 2 more movies.
Yeah.
How dare I be a lightweight?
You were crawled up underneath the table,
Yeah.
passed out. I don't want to hear nothing from you.
Hey, tables are very comfortable places to sleep.
Underneath?
Yes.
Not underneath that table.
You have protection.
Yeah, if I would pass out, I would probably be underneath the table too.
He was
I slept
unsure
under a
where
few
Ethan was
tables
going to
in my
vomit,
day.
so
Apparently, you slept on a couple tables.
I slept on stairs before. So.
Nah.
Alright.
Real good
That's
for
a
the
little
back.
uncomfortable.
Fenris finally makes it back from his little spelunking expedition, but at this time, everyone roll perception check.
To see how infested my wound is,
Maybe.
It literally looks like it should be falling off.
we need to amputate immediately.
Perception, you said?
That'd be cool, actually.
14.
I could
11.
make you a leg.
Skull, you gonna make one?
Oh, for what?
Perception.
You're gonna perceive things.
Something's going on.
Oh, that was almost bad, but then it rolled over
You
even
roll
more.
the same things. You're gonna have the same thing as me.
No, perception.
Yeah.
It's a 14, isn't it?
14.5.
I'm guessing Scott's correct.
I don't want to talk about it.
Well, you still hear it anyway. Mundy didn't hear it at first, but there's this a growling sound that just sort of echoes down one of the chambers on the opposite side from where you camped at and echoes into the room.
Can I take a survival to try to identify this growl?
Sure can.
I want to get out of the water.
Oh.
That didn't make it in the bowl. It doesn't count.
Damn it, shit.
Hey, it's higher. It went back down. Went back to the reverse roll.
I guess we'll take it 7.
No, you're not sure what made this particular sound.
Anybody else want to take a guess?
You said I couldn't hear it, right? So
Oh, and you're
You
somewhere
didn't
else.
hear it
Yeah.
first.
No, I just came
By the
out.
time it got into this chamber, it had puttered out a bit. And
okay, so you're literally the
I
only
can-
one.
Yeah, I'll
Aside.
try to see what this is. Survival.
Yep.
14.
Yum yum.
You would guess a
I'm not here.
kobold of some kind. You're not sure. It could be bigger than the others, as it sounded loud at first, but it died off by the time it got to you. So it could still be some ways in the cave, but if it's a kobold, it was definitely probably has more lung capacity than the others.
Sounds like a bitch.
Do you actually say that?
Yes.
Okay. So
Out of gaming.
Skull is gonna make let out a mighty orcish roar of his own.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That changes things.
I want to ready my bow.
Surprise! It was a dragon the whole time.
So as
It's
Skull
possible.
is letting out this loud orcish roar in response, new perception for everyone at advantage.
We get advantage?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Oh man.
Yeah, good thing it's at advantage. Roll that again.
Oh, that's right.
So-
Thank God.
Oh, hey.
Hey!
18.
16.
18.
21.
Hey, how are you? Hey, 20. Oh.
Take it. One more. We're gonna start playing this game again.
You all begin to hear growls and roars coming from all the chambers around you.
Oh, God.
Neat.
The loudest definitely coming from the path you just heard that one come from. You have alerted something.
We alerted a lot of some things. I mean,
So-
I have alerted a lot of some things.
Quick question.
Yes.
I can use thaumaturgy to make my own voice louder. Can I use it to make skulls louder?
Is it a touch
Actually,
spell or a personal
Yeah, I do
spell?
believe thaumaturgy works on other people too.
If
Hold on, let
if
me,
it has a range, then yes.
let me see. Let me Google this shit.
Because we used thaumaturgy on objects before, so
Yeah, I mean, I could
could
use it to like make light and stuff, or like make noises and
I
everything.
hope it's like that. We've been using it like that.
Even you
We
and your
may have
internet
fucked-
being out.
We may have fucked some things up.
Has a range of 30
minor
feet.
wonder.
Then yes, I
Yeah.
will say that you can enhance someone else's voice.
All right. I look at Skull. I'm just like, roar again, and I cast thaumaturgy.
Round 2!
Everybody, including Skull, is going to need to make a saving throw.
It's too loud!
We're going to
We
go
are
with
in a
a
cave where this is gonna
Constitution
end.
saving throw for everybody,
Oh.
including Thor.
Oh wait, no, I have a decent constitution. Whew.
Actually, I don't, surprisingly. Oh, yeah, but it's one of my
I thought Con was
proficiencies.
one of your proficiencies.
It's supposed to be, but I didn't put very high into it.
Ah.
So it's still only a +2, which is not bad.
15.
But it's one of my
Wait,
proficiencies, so
yours is. So it's still one higher
Maybe
than me.
a +4 for you, right?
Huh? Yeah, it wouldn't be a
That means
+4,
she's
yeah.
14. I have a 13. Damn it.
13 and 14. Skull, what'd you get?
Oh, I thought you said +2. You rolled a 12.
No, I have +2 to my save, but the base is 2, so it's +4.
So, as Skull is letting out this new mighty roar
Good, as
that
long as
echoes
it's-
in the chamber, down the hallways, but as it's echoing in your chamber, it's echoing back at the group as it's bouncing off all the walls. And the only ones standing there taking it just fine are Thola and Skull. Let's actually roll for chaos. Oh god.
I saw
He's
that
dead.
one.
His head explodes.
You do so well that
Who's Kayak?
it's your tiefling thief
Oh,
skeleton guy.
that's neat.
I don't care. Then.
Sorry,
They're
Nina.
not.
But
Can he pass out and we just drag him
He just
back?
rolled a 1, so he might as well pass out.
Cool.
I'd much rather
But
his head explode.
the two of you
Can
are.
his head explode?
There's just blood.
He didn't roll
coming out
another
of
one,
his
so
ear.
no.
I was gonna say 2 1s, he's dead.
Oh, glory be! I would.
That's how we kill him. It's completely by accident.
Hey Nathan, sorry to tell you, but they sort of
Sorry
blew
about
up your
that.
head by screaming at you.
Yeah, we
I'd immediately be like
Screaming at
backing
the air.
off on. He was just like, "Ooh."
Monday
It's a brutal way to die.
and Thunderous, you're going to be taking some force damage as your ears begin to. 4 points of damage as your ears are
Worth
rupturing
it.
and you're covering your heads to try
that'll
to get.
impair your...
Wait, you rolled
I
the
just
damage?
rolled the damage.
Oh, it is 4 points.
4 points.
Ew.
Yeah.
Worth it.
I was gonna say you just took
Ew.
4 points of damage directly to your ears.
Yeah.
Are you deaf now?
K-Doc essentially.
Maybe a little. At least for a while.
All you hear is just the...
Oh, well, that was actually half K-Doc since he took double because he failed. He like crit failed.
Is he unconscious?
Yeah, he'd be unconscious.
He falls knocked out.
Let's leave his ass.
But for at least one round, the two of you are deaf.
What?
Huh?
Skull, Skull and Thor are fine. So Skull and Thor will make a new perception to see if they roar back.
Dude, these perceptions, I can't do them. There's no point.
What was your total anyway?
6. Fucking 6 was my total.
Well, after doing that, Thoa, observing her party members, walks over towards Skull and says, "I think I can hear them coming."
Huh?
Let them come.
And noticing your situation, she starts pointing towards the caves and pulls out her own sword to show that she is combat ready.
Alright,
Can I pinpoint where their most are coming out?
Does somebody have a pencil or something I can write down? Because I've taken damage, so I need to be able to remember that.
She thinks most of them are coming from the left path. The one that you've all stayed on the same side of the stream, so she points towards the left path, one of the ones you haven't checked yet. Do you need pencils? I have pencils.
I don't have pencils, but I have little markers if you want to keep track of your health on these instead of your sheets. Time out.
Since she's,
I said time out.
yeah, in the middle of me talking about shit.
It's called time out first.
All right.
You've got
So, Skull, as you're the only one with no hearing problems at the moment, is there any particular setup you want to try and rally your group to do before they approach?
So, where are the most coming out of? Can I pinpoint that?
Thoa pointed towards the left side, saying
What's your armor?
she thinks the most are coming from that way.
And, like, we can all fit down that one?
Yes, you could all walk down that one. You could technically fit down the 3 biggest pathways, with the one you came from, the one on the left side, and the one on the opposite side of the room, where you heard the initial roar.
How much time do
How
we
much
have?
HP do you have?
You're not sure.
Okay, you're good.
I'll
I think that's a
have
spell that
another
was your
roll
AC
coming up
for-
soon to let you get a more accurate guess on that, but
Alright,
for this
alright.
moment, is there anything you're wanting to do?
Where are the least amount coming from?
She would guess the way you came, which was down the slide,
Second least amount.
the left side. Well, no, the second least would be the opposite side, where the initial roar came from. Yeah, you have 3 paths. The slide you came down,
Uh-huh.
the left side where the most is coming from, and the opposite side where the roar came from. The least coming from the way you came from, the most coming from this way, and then there's the middle.
Okay. So, I'm gonna fashion something to plug my nose.
Oh. Okay.
Then I'm gonna
Oh.
I'm gonna gesture to these deaf fuckers to go down that way.
Which way is that way?
Towards
the roar?
the source.
Skull is pointing on the opposite side of the stream.
And then I
Gesturing towards
bring
you.
out my stink bomb.
Thunderous, you've seen this before. But it did not look like this. When Skull initially put these brains in this jar, they looked fresh. Now they look rotted, decrepit, and very salty.
Salty.
This is-
So I'm going to grab Mundi by... How tall are you?
Mundi
a
is the
lot
tallest.
taller than you.
He is at
by
8 foot
by
high.
the knee.
You could probably grab his hand.
Yeah, no, like my hand would be low
All right.
enough for.
Oh, I'm just gonna like grab your hand and then kind of like pull you and be like, "Come on." And then while we're running, I want to ready my bow and arrow.
Just a quick question: are you going to walk through the stream or
Oh no,
try and jump over
I'm
it?
fucking hauling ass. I'm gonna try to jump over it.
Okay. Monday, do you want to get your feet wet?
I don't care.
You could probably step over it.
Just thought I'd ask.
I'm gonna get
Here,
across the
quick,
stream
hop
before
on
I throw
my
this
shoulders
stink
and
bomb.
control me like Ratatouille. Grab my.
Alright, now at this time, go ahead and make a
Let me
say
be your battle
survival
wagon.
to guess how long it's going to take them before they start pouring into this room.
Oh. Could be years.
5.
You're not entirely sure, but
Yeah.
they're coming. They could be here any second now, for all you know. And the two of you are heading to the opposite side. Are you going to go deep in? Are you going to continue going, or are you going to stop at the mount? What are you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying that I can actually see where I'm going now. So.
Actually, by the time you get to the mouth of the cave, go ahead and roll a new Constitution saving throw to see if you recover from your temporary deafness.
No, probably.
If you roll a 1, you might have permanent damage.
None of us have that. It's Constitution. Sorry, 14.
Monday is still deaf. Finrez, you are recovering. You can start hearing sounds again. The sounds of sounds like a lot of creatures clambering down a hallway, scratching and running in your direction, both in front of you and behind you, but more of them behind you.
All right, but we're at like the mouth
You are
of the
currently at
exit.
the mouth of the hole Skull pointed you towards.
All right, I'm gonna kind of wait at this mouth.
All right.
I don't want to go too far into this.
Thol is currently pulling Kadok, and she is joined up with the two of you.
Just dragging his dead body. Does she have to drag him through the stream?
No, she can carry him.
Ah, damn.
What about him accidentally dipping in? Like, she can carry him.
Are you
but
trying to
is-
get him disease-ridden? Is that what's going on?
No.
I'm not disease ridden yet. As
you
far
know
as we
of?
know, it's fine.
The save's coming later, Sky.
As far as we know, it's
You
fine.
have literally the best possible combination to catch something
It's
from this cave.
fine.
One of his feet dip into the water.
Yeah! Probably didn't do anything. This is beside the point.
And she is at the mouth
You
of
don't
the
use
So
it.
mouth.
this part that's bleeding.
How to? Oh,
Um,
no.
so, yeah,
The noise is getting louder.
I'm gonna wait until I see the first little koboldy head pop its little stupid
Alright.
face out, and then I'm gonna toss it between the two open mouths.
Oh man.
So you're going to toss it in this room in between these two spots?
Yeah.
Okay. Didn't know if you were going to throw it at one of the mouths or not.
Well, I mean, I don't know where they're coming out with. It looks like they're both coming from the same place, and both these points are semi-far away from us, so
Okay.
I'd probably this area more than this area,
You
but
want to do that area more?
oh, like
That's where you thought the least amount was coming from.
that's why I'm doing it in the middle.
Oh.
In the middle. Not in the middle of the entire thing. The middle between the two doors.
Alright, so
But not where we're at?
Not where we're at. No.
you guys are in a safe
okay,
spot
okay.
from the stink bomb.
Well, we were further away from the stink bomb. I wouldn't say safe.
Yeah, it depends on how putrid that shit is.
You don't know how bad she rolled on that.
I rolled really bad. It was really bad. Like, let's just say I got this done, and then I was like, I'm never opening this again. But I'm not getting rid of it just yet.
Alright, so Skull's got a ready action.
Forgot all that.
And you now see
I can barely make myself proficient.
3 of them
in
start to
anything.
crawl their way through the left side, and you throw it. Let's have you roll a
Oh.
Just roll a range to hit to see how accurate your throw was.
Come on. High number. 20!
Is it really?
20.
Hey!
It'll land exactly where you wanted to, and apparently this thing was way more pungent than you thought because it explodes.
It was under pressure.
As the jar clashes on the other side of the cave, in between the two spots, this noxious gas spews forth from the collision point and starts filling the room rapidly.
Oh, glory be if it somehow had, like, flesh-eating bacteria.
Upon seeing this, I'm going to cover my face up more.
Yeah, because I'm about to say everyone make a dexterity saving throw to try and run away from this, as it is starting to fill the whole room.
I don't want to.
I tripped.
I don't want to.
There is a stream.
I want to use that blessing.
It would technically be moving a little bit with wherever the water's running.
Alright. I'm going to use
Would that be us or not? I don't know the setup.
I'm going to use my blessing of knowledge to channel divinity so I can have proficiency in my saving throw of dexterity to get a little bit extra bonus.
20! I rolled 2 20s in a row. One more, and I swear to God, you better give me something. This does not happen for
Thank
me
goodness
very
I
often.
did that, because I need that bonus.
So, what were your totals, the two of you?
12.
Oh,
I'm
I'm
having
still
a good
low.
day. You both rolled 7?
Yes.
I got
I
20,
reduced
30.
the thing a little because Jill pointed out the stream thing. So Mundy will be able to avoid the initial rush. Skull, you can bring Thunderous with you since you succeeded.
I was going to say, I'm
higher than him.
Yeah, but he's
But I'm
bigger.
super tall. I'm above
I'm
the...
strong. Can I say I grabbed him?
Yeah.
See,
Want me to
imagine
roll strength
you could have
just to
completely...
see?
If
You
would
did
have
so
gone
well
on
on
my
that you
shoulders-
can just automatically grab one of them.
You'd probably be very confused.
You grabbed him and not me?
Yeah.
Okay.
He rolled less than you.
Thola did well enough to drag her and Kadok away from it, and now you guys are heading deeper in towards the initial roar.
Working on it.
So,
Jill, we could do a reverse fastball special. I'm taller than you and you can chuck me at people.
so you all start running. You don't even need to roll perception at this point, as you can hear the voice of many kobolds gagging. It sounds like some of them are even vomiting, just heavily.
I knew that was going to be useful later. So,
We're not going
like,
back in that room.
At this point, you aren't sure how effective it is, but it sounds like it's pretty darn effective.
So, because I know how I made this,
You done good.
would
kid.
I be able to make it again in the future?
You'll have to make some sort of knowledge check to see if you can figure out the right combination, but you will
Can I
have...
figure out how I fucked up so bad to make this a beautiful thing?
It's pretty much like an alchemy kind of check.
I accidentally alchemied.
But yes, it is
It's
possible
really
for you to
failed
make
alchemy.
another noxious bomb at some point.
Hell yeah.
Not sure how difficult I'll
Darn
make
it.
it, but it is.
Salt and brains. I know those 2 ingredients work pretty well.
It could have also been the certain types of brains. Who knows? You'll have to experiment.
This up. If I would have known, I could have either helped you know exactly how to make them again. I have identify. If I would have been able to hold it and stuff, I could have identified.
I
all the
have
properties.
identify.
Oh,
Hey, I
you
have
can.
identify.
Yeah,
Yes, you do. You haven't
Then-
used it yet.
Shit!
you have to.
So
You have to
happy.
hold it like you have to directly hold it. And
I've been
stuff
holding it for months!
for a minute
Not
and
months,
cast
a
a
few
spell.
weeks.
So
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah. I'm so glad you haven't used that yet.
Well, I don't like to abuse things like that, so I don't use them
I'm so glad
often.
about that. But yes, you do have Identify. And Skull has a better version of Identify.
I
fuck
do.
you. So,
Skull doesn't need the pearl.
Pearl.
You need a pearl as a material component to use Identify.
Not through my blessing, I don't.
Oh.
Because it's the direct type of cleric that I
Better
picked.
one!
did.
And you both have an equally good
Yeah, I just
Identify.
get it naturally. I get
I don't
it in
know.
We
command.
just still don't use it.
Yeah.
But
I have it in command naturally.
you
so.
have successfully escaped your own attack and are now running down this new path. Make a survival check to see how your adventure goes as you continue forward.
15.
Unless you are wanting to go back at this time, which you could if you wanted to.
You have
We're
some
never going
pretty
back
weakened
there.
kobolds back there. Are they dying? Can we roll for it? So
That
bad
room
they
is
died?
disgusting now. It's got dead brains that smell gross. It's got vomit that smells gross.
yeah,
I'm not
that's
going
right.
back in
Sounds
there.
were pretty bad. You think it was,
Maybe some
Definitely
diarrhea
potential.
involved.
but you're not. You won't know the damage until you go
Who
there.
knows how their bodies
And it's also
react
to
that.
consider that this all happened within a confined room.
They're like
Yeah.
tearing off. They're just freaking out. and
So,
tearing themselves up.
If you didn't think that a stream was infected before, it is now.
Oops.
Sure glad I avoided that.
But what was your survival checks for continuing down this path?
Were we all rolling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not 14.
Oh, Monday at disadvantage because you can't see.
Oh.
He's got his lantern.
No, I have my lantern. I said I
you,
had my
oh,
lantern.
you did turn on the lantern?
Yeah.
I thought you only had the
Wait.
key
When we were
on.
standing there, you said, "Are you going to light a lantern?" I said, "Sure, I'll light my lantern."
Okay, I didn't hear that.
He'll
wonder if this
light
gas
my
is
lantern.
Anyway,
I know that's what I was worried about. I was like, oh no.
well, you didn't get caught in it, so we don't have to
I'm
worry
also-
about it right
I
now.
moved, yeah.
So,
I
a
accidentally.
normal survival then.
Oh, well, that's good. So, I have. All right, yeah. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
Scott?
6.
Also,
Skull.
turns out the type of cleric I picked, I'm a Jedi. I have suggestion, mind trick, scry, future sight, speak with the dead, command. I'm gonna be able to.
Skull, what was your survival?
14.
Monday is currently leading you safely
Not for once.
through the caves, and Skull, taking up the rear, is also doing a pretty good job of keeping track. And you are going down this path for a while. And go ahead and make a new perception at this point, because you might still hear the echoes of the chaos behind you.
14 for me. I can easily. It's a good thing.
17.
My race, I can easily find our way out of here and stuff the way that we came. My natural ability, so we don't even have to keep track.
You can show him whenever you're done.
I think I made that a little too strong.
God damn it! This is like a running theme with you.
No, I'm talking about your freaking brain thing.
Oh.
Oh, then
I rolled max damage on that.
then keep doing that. Keep doing that, then, Jacob.
Any of them caught in that auto died.
Oh, Jesus! Let's never go back there. So how much experience did I get for that?
We'll find out at the end of the session. But you had a 14.
You just jumped so far up higher in level. Than,
Well, I was thinking like this thing. It's
Well,
not
it's not only that, I just poisoned their probably water source.
because when I initially made the brain jar, I'm like, this thing's gonna like disperse
Oh,
so
that-
quickly. It's not gonna be too much for it. We'll just give it a D12 because it's pretty much gonna be there for a turn. But now it's in a confined space, so it's gonna
no.
be there for a few turns. So pretty much any kobolds caught in that choked, vomited, and just gagged to death.
Oh.
you did it. You can't air high.
Because they couldn't escape the thing.
Oh no.
And it didn't help that I rolled max damage.
feel mildly bad.
I'm intrigued by the bounty.
Yes, what were your perception? It was for the perception check. The noises behind you kind of cease. You do not hear them anymore. But you are still hearing sounds in front of you. You were the highest, correct? You were the only one above 15?
Yeah.
For what?
For the perception to hear that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, was one too low? Damn it.
What was this?
He
had a
said you had to
14.
be like
Oh, I was
15 in order to
14.
hear. I was 14.
Yeah.
50.
Oh.
You're not good enough.
Fuck you, man.
Get out of my league.
I wish you got stuck in that smoke. That
You think anyone
bomb.
caught in that gas is either dead or attempting to flee the cave? Because
They're
it
dead,
is just deathly silent back there. And it was an uproar moments ago.
All right, gang.
Congratulations
Think we
on
only
being the
got the
villain
people
from
ahead
Wonder
of us.
Woman, Jill.
But at this point, Monday, you can make a new Constitution saving throw to see if you repair from your hearing damage.
I'll never repair from my hearing damage.
Still rolling one.
I didn't roll a 1. So, it's Constitution, you said?
Yes.
20.
Yeah, you're starting to hear things again. You're not sure what all transpired with the thing skull through, but at this time you can start hearing sounds in front of you. Behind you sounds pretty quiet, but you at least know you're walking into something. You're walking towards a threat at least.
I'm popping out my warhammer then. So.
Alright.
It's just
I still got my bow at the ready.
Okay. Thola currently has to carry Kadok, so she
no.
has... Since Thola's carrying Kadok, she has one hand axe at the ready instead of her sword.
See, I did a chuckle out of you.
Oh. Yeah. Oh.
I just love all the comments. What?
That other guy just looks so upset.
Just
like, please not again tonight.
Please no.
Kill me. I don't want to be here no more.
So, you're all now headed down this...